So Joe Biden has flipped on his decision to pardon his son from the tax and gun crimes that he has committed. Interestingly enough, he didn't just pardon him for those crimes. He pardoned him for a 10-year period for any crime that he may or may not have committed between 2014 and 2024. The reason the things that were found on Hunter Biden's laptop were censored prior to the election are not because of crack addictions. They are not because of tax evasion. It was because what is on that laptop could potentially incriminate Joe Biden himself. Now, from 2014, a few interesting things happened. We're not going to touch on the fact that the US-backed rebels overthrew a democratically elected sitting president of the Ukraine and installed their own Western-friendly leader. And we're not going to touch on the fact that there is a money trail linking the Biden family to Russian oligarchs, to Chinese interests, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and more. We don't need to touch on that. We're just going to talk about one little moment in 2014 when Hunter Biden was approached by energy company Burisma in the Ukraine to be on the board of directors with no expertise. The owner of Burisma, Mykola Zlochevsky, has actually been charged with attempting to bribe Ukrainian officials from looking into his company. When this failed, Hunter Biden on the board of directors made a call to DC, and Joe Biden has publicly bragged about withholding funds from Ukraine if they didn't fire a prosecutor.
Look, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Now, interestingly enough, that prosecutor was charged with investigating Burisma. That is what should enrage people, the fact that the then sitting vice president leveraged his own power to influence foreign policy to benefit his son's corporate interest and potentially his family's. That fact alone is why, in my opinion, the Hunter Biden laptop was so heavily suppressed prior to the election.